Okay, so to finish the head of the Chihuahua, so you should have these big floppy ears and looks like this. And we have pretty big eyes, so I have these. I think they're like 18 or 20 millimeter eyes. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take either a piece of contrast yarn or a piece of your original main color yarn, and leaving a long end on both sides, you're just gonna chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull that through, kind of tighten that, and then you're gonna take your eye, you're just gonna lay it around it, and then tie it shut. So it should just make like a little ring around your eye. So do that for both eyes. Tie it shut a bit. I like to make sure it keeps like a little rim around the eye. So just a little bit. Okay. Tie it off. Oops. There we go. Fiddly job here. Okay, double knot that. Do the same for the other eye. All right. So when you have both eyes, you can place them on the head. So you've got this round, which is the first increase round with the triples and the increases, and then the next two. So you're going to place it between the next two, and kind of so that the bottom of it is kind of where the bottom of the ear attaches. And the knots, I try to have them kind of facing the snout area. So this one would go here, and then my other one would go on the other side in the same location. So for this brown and tan one, it's kind of just above. You can see here where the color changes, there and there. All right. It can be kind of difficult to get the backs of these on through multiple layers, but I can usually get them to go at least one of the blocks down. Might be a good idea to glue these as well. And then on the other side. So again, the knot kind of goes to the bottom. That's my back. And then put some effort into this. All right. So by underlaying them with another color or something, you could use white as well if you want like a white rim around your eyes, you're just pushing them out a bit more to give more of that look. Now we're gonna stuff this guy. So just take a little bit, stuff the nose out. All right, I might have to get myself some more stuffing. Okay, make sure you really kind of stuff the cheeks and this big bulge of the head. I stuff mine pretty full, so this is not as full as I will be stuffing at the end. So it should look kind of like this. So now I'm gonna do, you're just gonna take your needle and you're just gonna pull these ends in. So just kind of pull them in under the eyes. Here. Out through the back, and just leave the ends in. Ooh, got the stuffing with it. Don't have to leave quite as long ends as me, obviously. Kind of use that to also get more of a rim there. So you can definitely do that. If you want more of a rim, just kind of go a bit higher and then kind of trap it under the eye here. There we go. You can see I kind of pulled it under the eye because I wanted a bit of a rim here that I wasn't getting. Also pull this forwards a bit if I can reach it. Not really. And then the other end. All right. So once you have that, obviously I might add some more highlight here just to make it look more even in the end. It's also easier to just use the underlay as the main color so that you don't get like an uneven rim and then highlight it with the color later if you want to. The whole point of the rim is just to keep a kind of a distance from the ear. All right, then the last thing, oh, not the last thing. One thing you can do is pin these ears. So taking the long end that you have left over, you're kind of gonna tilt this, as you can see, kind of forward and inward a bit. So kind of going to take it and go like one round earlier and kind of pin it in. This also helps stabilize the ear. And then I'm just going to sew around it a bit here to make sure I get that stability in there so that it stays up. Like that. Obviously I'll weave in these ends later and tie them off. Again, here you kind of might have to go up a stitch or two and then pull forward again, one round up a bit, and that should hopefully kind of give you those Chihuahua bat ears. Again, just pin it a bit so that they stay up. And again, tie off. Might as well do that now. Just weave that out to the back of the head. Obviously weave in the end, the starting ends from the ears as well. Haven't done that yet. And the other end, just tie it off and weave it out through the back of the head. Shovel those ends in there. So once you've got your eyes and your bat ears all done, you can do the nose. So I'm going to grab myself a long bit of whatever nose color you want. And you're just going to start anywhere. I start somewhere under the jaw. And you're going to come out right here in the center of the magic circle you started with. And then you're just going to put the nose kind of like, on this one it's more easy because you're trying to line it up kind of with the black on either side. But you're kind of going up like 2 rounds, so 1, 2. I like to make my noses relatively small and then kind of get bigger if I want them to be bigger. Always get stuck around these bat ears here. So just keep going into the center and then across that 2 rounds later to kind of make a triangle shape. however you're happy with it. I usually end up going out the edge of one side at the end, counter string, and then laying it across the top and entering the other side. And then what you're going to do is the last time you exit, you're going to exit kind of at the side of the mouth here. Then you're going to lay it across the bottom so that you get it even, and enter again this side of the mouth, exiting out through the center. And then you're going to pull this bit pretty tight, pull it up one round. So you should be 2 rounds lower. You pull it up 1 round and you enter into that middle of that round, exiting out where you started. Lay that over the center. And then I have to just fiddle with it a bit, you know, make it lay nicely so that it gives you a nice lip curve a bit. Obviously, if you go a bit lower down, I think I'm going to go a bit lower, you get more of a curve. So take that out. Take that one out. So I'm going to exit 1 round even further back. Here, again, lay it across the bottom so it's even. Enter even on the other side. Exit out from the nose. Make sure you're even. Pull this up to 1 round underneath where your nose is. And exit again. There you go. That's cute down. Make sure you're not compressing the nose too much. And then you can tie it off. And then of course just weave in all your ends. Neaten it up. You can add a bit of white or CC color under the eyes depending what you did, which color you did the, I guess the eye highlights or under the eye pieces. Black is always really fuzzy. But other than that, for the brown one, you are just going to grab a bit of your brown yarn, if I can find mine. And I'm going to sew this guy on some eyebrows real quick. So once I have the eyes, once I have the ears, I'm just going to enter somewhere near the forehead, exit kind of above the one eye. Go like 2 stitches further. Loop 2 or 3 times, depending how and where I want my iPad to look. And then do the same on the other side. Again, you're not face shaping this guy, so make sure you don't do these too tight so that you maintain the derpy, bug-eyed look. Okay, do 3 passes either side. That looks good. And then just tie off in the middle. Stick that end in. And then make sure that's really in there so I don't see it. There we go. Does not like me. And then I'm just going to make sure I really stuff this head up and wide after I finish the next round on the head so that it really comes together. And then you're done.